stuck at home and you don't know what to do. Hold on, baby, Rhonda Shear's got you. Grab your computer, log on, baby, you got the power. It's the Rhonda Shear Social Live. It's the Rhonda Shear Social Live.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to a very, very special, we like to call these pre-parties of the Rhonda Shear Social Hour pre-party. It's when we have a fabulous guest that's so important and so special that we go live on a Wednesday night. And that's exactly what we have. First of all, I hope all of you all are doing well. Hope you all have gone out and voted. Very, very important. Thanks for my new viewers. Hopefully you are still following us and subscribing to my YouTube channel. It's Rhonda Shear TV on YouTube, where you can find our Saturday night show live at 9 p.m. Eastern every Saturday night. You can also find us on Twitter at Rhonda Shear, 9 p.m. live Eastern. You can also find us at RhondaShearSocialHour.com, where you can go back and look at all the other shows that we've been doing with tons of stars, celebrities, comics, authors, producers, directors. I mean, we've had amazing guests on the show. And you can also write to us and tell us what you want to see, what you think of the show. You can also buy some fan stuff. Like I've got some pictures for sale. I also have my fabulous mask, my Up All Night mask for sale. So you can get one of them, you can get two of them, or you can get four. You can't get three, but you can get 1, 2, or 4. And they're great. They're cotton lined. They look adorable on, but they cover your nose. And what I like the best is they don't slip down your nostril. I hate when nostrils scare me. I want no nostril showing right now. But anyway, I'm very excited to introduce my only guest of the evening. She is a very, very special friend who has been by my side through my relationships and my marriage. And even when I renewed my wedding vow, I'll tell you, we'll get into that later. But anyway, she's my dear friend. Kate Linder has portrayed Esther Valentine on everybody's favorite soap opera, The Young and the Restless, for 38 years. Yes, 38 years. In 2008, she received her star on the Walk of Hollywood fame. She has been a tireless advocate for Lou Gehrig's disease, or we know it as ALS. Even winning, she received the Golden West Chapter Spotlight Award in 2016. She's going to tell us all about that, because right now we all have to stamp out ALS. It's actually a disease that I have personally feared, because one time I had a doctor kind of scare me. So it's a disease that I know a lot about. And maybe you did the ice bucket challenge a few years ago. I did that. But just a few more things, and then we're going to run a clip of beautiful Kate. You may have seen her in the film Mother's Day, Lights Out, Hysteria. You can definitely get these, I'm sure, on all your streaming services. Voice from the Stone. She was a major at San Francisco University, where she met her fabulous husband, who has since passed, but he was a dear friend of ours as well, Rhonda Linder. And one of the reasons that she's such an advocate for ALS is her brother-in-law passed from this horrible disease that there's no cure for at this point. And so we got to stamp it out. What I love about Kate is, like, then she'll tell us this, is that she also worked as a flight attendant for most of the year. I don't know if she's still doing it, but for most of her years, while still being on a soap opera. Can you imagine, like, having her in first class, and then you're like, aren't you Esther Valentine on The Young and the Restless? Let's run a clip of beautiful Kate, and then we'll meet her live right after this.
Karen, come on. What are we doing here at this hour? What is the big mystery?
I think I'll let someone else explain.
What?
Trust me, Esther. It's a good thing. Brace yourself and turn around.
Brace myself? Oh my God. What in the world have you gotten me into?
Mom? It's not a hallucination. I'm here. I'm alive. It's me.
chills. Let's say hello to soap opera royalty, my good friend Kate Linder. Hi, beautiful.
Hey, Rhonda, I'm so glad to see you.
I'm so glad to see you. You never change. You just get more beautiful.
Nah, you do. You don't ever change. So
Oh, no.
it's just up with you. That's not easy.
Thank you for coming on. Thank you for coming on. We had trouble getting Kate on. I had problems. Just bad. I got a stomach ache one show, bad timing. But you know what's better is that you're live and on our special show, and we've had people already writing in, and so this is really exciting because I just get to be with you.
No, I'm thrilled to be here, Rhonda. I really am. I haven't seen you in person in so long, and
I know. And Kate, you were so supportive. Kate was so supportive of me. This beautiful, fabulous woman took time from her schedule to go to my first wedding in New Orleans with my husband Van Fagan, who I'm still married 20 years.
Yeah.
20 years in January. And then you came when we renewed our wedding vows 10 years ago here in Florida. So I love you for that. And we'll do it again after this darn virus goes away.
I know. Well, we just have to, we just have to get through this. That's just the way it is. Our show, we're back working.
That's good.
Fabulous, but it's.
Tell us what that's like. So, I didn't realize you're out of your uniform. I think everybody knows you as Esther with the little French maid outfit. And you always added levity to the show, but 38 years, and you only were supposed to be on for one day. So tell some of the new fans, I know there's so many people that know your story, but tell them, how that happened. And I know you're, how thrilling to be on, to have any gig for 38 years, much less something in the entertainment business.
Well, I was just hired actually for one day, and I didn't have a name or anything. And my very first line was something that Ron, my husband, never heard at home, which was dinner is served. So it was just great acting, right? So then they asked me back. I finished work that day, walked off, and the producer came by and he said, "Are you available tomorrow?" And I said, "Yeah." And so here we are 38 years later. And the casting director at the time was Tom Palmer. He has since passed away, but he was amazing. I had gone there. What had happened was I had gone for a general interview with him, and I left him a tape, and then I, went home and went, "Oh boy, is this ever going to happen?" It's never going to happen. And he called. Well, actually, his assistant called and said, "Tom's finished with your tape." I said, "Already?" She said, "Yeah." She said, "It's really unusual, but after you left, he just went right in and looked at it." And so said, "Okay." Well, a few days later, he called. He said, "Look, I have this role." He said, "It is so small. If you blink, you're going to miss it. But I'm looking for something else for you on the show." Wow. Because usually if you do anything like that, a small role, no matter what it is, you can't be on there again as something, forget it. Right. So I said, "You know what? I'll do it." And here we are over 38 years later. It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. And I know your star, the star of the show, which everybody knew, for Catherine Chancellor, Jeannie Cooper. Oh my God, legendary. Wow. Such a legendary cast, actually. Just unbelievable that you've been on there 38 years and have seen all of these stories, plus your own storyline grow. And did you inherit the house? What happened?
Well, yeah, I own half the house, though they seem to forget that. I don't know, but I do own half the house with Jill, who played by Jess Walton, and she's always, she calls me names like a chihuahua, and she'll say, "You're not the sharpest knife in the drawer," and all these.
But you add a lot of the comedic relief, or you did initially.
Well, yeah, which was the thing. Well, see, that's how, daytime soaps never had comedy back then. And my boss, Bill Bell, who was a genius, we just didn't have comedy. But I knew in the beginning, I thought, if I don't do something with this character, I'm going to be gone. Because how many times can you just answer the door, you know, and say, Mr. So-and-so's there? You know, I thought if I do something and they don't like it, I'm going to be gone. If I don't do anything, I'm going to be gone. So, I mean, I just had to go for it. So I decided to make her man crazy because I hardly had any lines. So every time any man came to the door, whether it was Victor Newman or the plumber or whoever it was, I would just go, gaga at the door, not say anything.
That is so smart. So smart.
So I would just start doing things like that. And then one day, so in the script, it said, Esther goes out and gets the mail. So I went out and got the mail. I held it up, looking, see if I could see anything. I look around. No one's coming and put it in my pocket. This was not in the script, and then I walked back in, and they never said anything more about it, So, and then I would just do crazy things like trying to, like, I asked the prop guy, I said, listen, can you give me a spoon with melted chocolate on it? And he looks at me and goes, what? He goes, yeah, I guess. So, so I would, the doorbell rang. I have to answer the door. So I'm going to the door. I have the spoon in my hand. There's chocolate. I can't open it. That kind of thing.
So smart. So clever. I mean, I get it. I tried crazy things like that. It didn't work, but for you, it did.
Oh, that's not true.
No, I get it. But
you're the genius at it.
But you know what, Kate? A lot of actors and actresses don't think that way, so you really do have to be imaginative and creative, especially to create a role that you made that grew and that everybody loves. It's Esther Valentine. It's such a loved role. And to get a star on the Walk of Fame, what was that like? What was that moment like? Was Johnny Grant still alive? Wow.
Well, no, the problem was that he had passed away. The whole thing was really interesting. The way I found out that I was getting it, I was flying. I'm still actually a flight attendant for United Airlines. And and so I was flying that day, and it was I usually don't fly during the week. I would fly on the weekends. So I hadn't told anyone that I was going.
Right.
I better check my messages. So oh my gosh. So I check, I'm listening to, it's really early in the morning. I'm in Denver, actually. I'm listening to my messages, and it's a message from Johnny Grant, who was the honorary mayor of Hollywood.
Legendary Johnny Grant. You can look him up.
Yeah. Amazing.
Legendary mayor, yeah.
Amazing man. And I hear his voice. He's going, well, congratulations, Kate. And I'm thinking, what? But we had just won the Emmy for Best Show. So I thought, wow, that's so nice of him that he would call and say that, So I'm listening, and he's going, yes, Kate, congratulations, because you, Kate Linder, I can't even, are receiving a star on the Walk of Fame. And I just started crying. I didn't even know what to do. So meanwhile, this other flight attendant comes up. She sees me crying. She goes, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I said, well, I told her, and she says, oh my God, I'll take care. Because now the passengers are getting on, right? The passengers are starting to board. I'm trying to call Ron, my husband. I'm trying to call Sandra, my manager, Brenda, my public. I'm trying to call everybody. And then the captain comes out and he goes, what is going on around here? And so someone told him, and he went, oh my gosh. So anyway, after we took off, he, in his announcement, he announced it to the entire plane. And that's how I found out that was the first thing. And I was just so blown away. I still can't believe it. I have to go there periodically and make sure it's still there.
Oh my gosh, it's still there. And I'm sure it's not getting some of the treatment that some of the politicians' stars getting. I'm sure you're a star. Okay, so I have to ask you so about, well, I have to ask you a lot of stuff, but because it's so intriguing to me. And I knew you were flying. I didn't know you were still flying.
Yeah.
What is that like when you're on a plane and people, I mean, you are so beloved and you are a star and you're a star on the Walk of Fame and people see you and maybe they've never seen you before. I know you do mainly are you still doing well, now you can't. You're not flying right now, are you?
Well, I've been sort of not, trying not to right at the moment.
Right. Okay, but before COVID, so when I know you fly first class, but when people, what happens when they recognize you? That must be.
Well, I've had so many great stories. I mean, one day I'm at the front of the airplane because I fly purser usually, and passengers are getting on, and this woman says, "Oh my God, you're Esther," and her husband pulls me aside and he says, "I'll pay you $50 if you say it's not you." I said, "What? What do you mean?" He said, "I bet her $100 that there is no way that would be you." I said, "Well, you're only paying me 50, so I'm telling." So I just had great stories and great.
But you're so humble that you kept doing. Now, why did you hold on to that? I mean, I know you get great perks with it. I know you can fly anywhere and your family can. But I mean, here you are, you're a star. But you're humble enough that you're serving the public.
Well, Rhonda, I think the thing is, here I am. You can't forget who you are. I've seen a lot of people come and go. I've seen a lot of people believe their own press.
Oh, yeah.
And when one day I'm serving coffee at 35,000 feet, the next day I get to see you, even if we're like far away this way.
Right.
And then the day after I'm, on the set, you just can't forget who you are that way. And
you're one of them.
So I think, and plus I get to see, a lot of the viewers.
I know, but you've never changed. You've never changed.
Frozen.
You've never changed. It happens. You're fine. You've never changed. You've stayed humble. You give back to so many charities, which we'll get into that in a minute. I did want to ask you, what is it like right now on the set? Like, that's very curious to me. How are you guys working through COVID, and how do you are there love scenes? Like, how do you literally, I have a friend of mine who's a makeup artist. You might remember Terry Groves, and she's working on Dancing with the Stars. So she was telling me how that's.
Yeah.
But so they stay in little pods, and if her team is gone, if they're voted off, then she's gone because she's been in their little pod. But so how does it work with you guys? How is it from makeup to being on the set to rehearsing? This is so curious for all of us.
I'm really proud of our show. They have worked very, very hard, and they're one of only 3 scripted shows, period, that's working. They have taken great pains to make sure that we're safe. I mean, you were tested, all the time, and which is good. I don't mind. I like that. We wear masks. You wear masks all the time until you're shooting the scene.
Right.
We have the camera angles are really great too, because we're shot far away, but they can make it look like you're not
closer.
There are some couples that they have together on the show, and they're really couples in real life, so that worked out for them. I don't have anybody real life or not real life, so my character, but it's just interesting how they've been able to manage it, and everyone is very, very careful, and it's extremely.
So how long have you guys been back shooting? How long's the show?
Well, let's see. We stopped production. I think March 12th was my last day there. They had just everything shut down.
I know.
And then came back in July. So
July, wow.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, I know that all the shows are figuring things out now. I mean, the cool thing is that like something like this was born for me because I felt like I had to do something, and
perfect for you.
Now I love it. Like, we're getting great guests, thank you, and it's just building my social media following, and it's all good. And I just love it. I mean, it's just perfect for me. But it's a way to be able to communicate. But I think it's so great what's going on in LA that some shows haven't come back. So you really are blessed to be back.
So very, very fortunate. I'm very proud of our show. Everyone's worked really hard. There's lots of changes, and you just have to be flexible, and you just have to go for it. And it's hard. The whole thing is difficult, but we have to we have to keep going, and we have to stay safe so we can get rid of this thing.
No,
You know, people have to wear masks, and they have to take care of each other. And because otherwise we're just going to be like this forever.
no,
And
because we don't, there's no guarantee on, I mean, hopefully a vaccine will work, but maybe we'll have to get
Right.
one in 3 months. We don't know. But I think, I feel like we have to work. I mean, we just have to work safely and just,
Right.
I mean, I see a lot of the young people in Florida, that's, that's where I live. It's open,
Yeah.
but I think it's going to be really hard to keep young people down, because like I go downtown here and the young people are all at the bars and they're together. But then think about if young kids are in college, or young people are in college and they're in classrooms, they're going to want to get together after school. So they might just go back to a dorm. So I think it's so hard to keep young people because they don't have mortality in their brain. It's just, they don't see that,
Well,
they feel like,
in Los Angeles, see, we're different here and nothing's open. I mean, our restaurants aren't open. Our bars are not open. I mean, restaurants, you can eat outside if it's social distance and that kind of thing. But nothing, there are a lot of things that aren't open, and the schools are online.
Right.
And so,
you're right, though. I know, I don't know what's right or wrong, but I just know we have to, I mean, we don't want, it's scary to be on lockdown forever, but yet I mean, Van and I haven't left. We haven't gone out to eat one time.
yeah.
We have been in the house, and if we go out, we're very, very careful. So
Well, I'm glad. That makes me happy because I want you guys to be okay. I've known you both for a very long time, and we have to stay safe so that we can keep going here. And we will. It's
my gosh. Well,
I've been doing these, like, you've been doing this, and I've been doing these, like, I don't know if you've seen any of them. Every Sunday, I do a Sunday message. I keep it like a minute long, and I just say what it's on. You can see it on Instagram and Twitter and all that. And it's just basically, I started it in the beginning because it's hard when you're alone and then you're isolated and that kind of thing. And I thought I have to, like you said, you've been able to do this, which is really good. You had to do something, and I thought, well, I have to do something. So last Sunday was my 31. I've done 31 of them.
That's great. That's every Sunday? Every day?
Every Sunday I do it. You can, if you go, like if you go on www.katelinder.com, all my stuff's right there. You can just click on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. It's all right there.
Yeah, we have all of your things listed. We've had a lot of fans saying how much they love you. And so can you give us any scoop on what's coming up on the show? Just a little tidbit?
Well, I mean, it's going to get really interesting. You just have to keep watching. I was on the other day, and Gloria was back, who's like one of the other Kevin's grandmother. So Chloe was my daughter, right? And that whole scene that you showed today really gets me because that scene is, I thought she was dead.
Right.
When, so that scene is when, I find out for the first time that she's alive. And
I had chills watching.
I'm glad, because that's a hard thing. I wanted it to be so good, and I wanted it to be so believable,
so real. Well, you're such a good actress, Kate. I'm so glad that this part has grown so that you could show off that talent too. And, because you're great, I mean, that I totally got chills, had never seen that scene before. And I was like, wow. I felt it. So I mean, I have to say that, Kate, your husband was the most wonderful husband. I'm so sorry again. I mean, this is your brother-in-law.
That's Scott. He was my brother-in-law. He had ALS. ALS is a really terrible, horrific disease, because your mind works, his brain is better than mine. I mean, it worked perfectly well, but nothing else works.
I know. You're trapped in your own brain.
You're trapped in your own body is what you are.
I mean, Van and I just lost a dear friend to ALS.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So we
want to just show a quick clip. I'm going to come back to you because I want to hear you live, but we want to hear what you have to say about ALS, and then we'll come back to you. So just stay right there. All right.
Hi, I'm Kate Linder, Esther Valentine on The Young and the Restless. ALS can strike anyone, and presently there is no known cause or cure. My brother-in-law, Scott, died from ALS. And so I ask you to please join me on Sunday, November 1st, for the family-friendly SoCal virtual walk to defeat ALS. We can't gather in person, but we will celebrate Walk Day together as a community with entertainment and information at our live Zoom start line and on social media. Let's raise urgently needed funds to bring help and hope to those impacted by this hideous disease. Join Team Kate Linder on Sunday, November 1st, as we gather virtually as well as participate throughout the day in a way that works for you. You can learn more by heading to the web address listed below on your screen. It's free to sign up, walk in memory, walk in honor, walk in support. Thank you for joining me. It is only together that we will defeat ALS.
Beautiful, beautiful. And I mean, I know for you to see your beloved brother-in-law fade away, I know. I mean, this disease is always scared.
Well, you know, because also it's just hard on the caregivers too. I mean, the family members, because my sister-in-law was it's 24/7, you know, taking care of them. And that whole, what you saw there was about Nancy Ryder, who's a famous publicist in Los Angeles. And she just recently passed away. And that was her team. And, you know, this thing for me, it started out because of Scott. That's why I got involved. I didn't know a whole lot about it in the beginning. Like Michael Zaslow from Guiding Light had it. So I'd heard about it, but I didn't know a whole lot. But then after this happened, and even though unfortunately Scott's not here anymore, I say I'm the celebrity spokesperson, and I'm here until there's a cure. And I know there is a cure. I know it's out there. We can put people on the moon. We can do all these things. Absolutely. It's just the disease mutates. And so it's hard. And there's twice the incidences in the military. Scott was an avid golfer, so there's a whole
lot of sports people are affected. Jason just joined us, and he said that he lost 2 friends to ALS. So I mean, I know the ALS Foundation did really well a couple of years ago, or 3 years ago, when they did the Ice Bucket Challenge, and so I think, you know, that was like a big boom. I think, you know, they kind of go away, and of course during COVID, none of the charities are doing as well. So I went online today.
I know you donated.
So
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm just letting people know that you can go online and donate whatever you can, and you can walk to the refrigerator. You don't have to really walk.
You don't even have to walk at all. But I mean, go to teamkatelinder.org.
Yes,
it comes right up, and you can just join my team and be part of that.
Yes.
I'm so grateful to the Young and the Restless because they have afforded me the opportunity to give back. But because of them, I'm able to do this. So I do this. I do lots of, I've been doing 3 teas in Canada every year for March of Time.
Tell us what that is, because I was reading about it. Tell us what that is. I love what you're doing. You know what, you and I, if we were together, because I do so much here in Florida.
I know you do.
I love it. But tell us what 3 teas are, your tea.
Well, they're different. I do high teas where I bring Young and the Restless members up. And I've been doing them for over 21 years. And so we started in Vancouver. Wow. And so then we did that, and then we started for March of Dimes in Toronto and Calgary. So this year, you know, we kept postponing. I was supposed to do one in Calgary April 8th. So we kept pushing it back. And then, you know, so we thought, well, so we did it on Zoom. You know, we did the first online tea. We raised over 15,000 just on, you know,
congratulations,
an hour of and of course it's much better in person. And
Absolutely.
I look forward to it being in person next time, but
It will be, as long as, I just think it's good to keep, because I'm doing some things with the American Heart Association.
yeah,
I think it's just good to stay out there, and I don't think that we'll raise quite as much online, but I still think it's keeping a presence and keeping our footmark, so, we got to keep doing that. And you also do, Make-A-Wish Foundation too.
I've done Make-A-Wish. I've been really active with the mission, LA Mission. And this year, of course, that's another problem. Because what I loved about that event is that we served them. And they're our guests. They don't stand in line and get the food. I always loved that. I would serve them.
You are so cute. And I also read, and I had known this, but you performed or you worked with the USO, and you traveled all over the Middle East.
I did 4 USO's tours, like Afghanistan and Pakistan, the DMZ in Korea.
You weren't scared at any point doing that? Were you?
Yeah. You know what? And I didn't realize it when in the beginning, I had to get permission from the show in order to do it, because I didn't realize that it's in my contract that you're not allowed to go to a war zone.
Oh, wow.
So I didn't even know. So they had to give me permission, but they did. And actually, I don't know who got more out of it, them or me. It was in Guantanamo Bay. That was so cool.
And how appreciative is the military when you do that?
See, it's so amazing, because in Korea, South Korea, they all had phones, of course, and they come up to me and go, listen, my wife's a big fan. Can you talk to her? And I said, sure. So, they hand me the phone, and, I'm talking to them. In fact, Rhonda, you're not going to believe this. This just happened. I can't believe it. The other day, this guy contacted me on, Instagram, one of those, and he said, I don't know if you remember me, but I saw you. I was in the service when I was in, because I was in Pakistan, Afghanistan, and I was there. And he took a picture of it. He said, I was going through a box and I found this. And it was my autograph to him from those years, which was, it was right after 9/11. That was another scary thing. We went right afterwards.
Girl, I don't know how you did that. I did.
Well, it was so wild, because they had, they would take us to place in helicopters, and they have these, they call it combat takeoff and landings. So the helicopter goes up like this, so that no one, and so that nobody can hit them. I'm going, oh my God, what? I mean, and then, down like that. So, but I'll never forget. We went on Thanksgiving, and so they came to me and they said, there's this woman, she's at the guard gate and she's on duty and she's a big fan and she can't come in for dinner. Could you go? And I said, are you kidding? Of course. So I went and I saw her and she said, oh my God, this is the best Thanksgiving I've ever had. I said, are you kidding me? You're out here, you can't even eat. And that meant so much to me. And that's why I don't know. That's why I say I don't know who got more out of it.
Oh, you know what? You have loved and appreciated your life, your career, everything about what you've done, and your years with your fabulous husband. And
that's a hard one. That's
definitely
a hard one. But you know what, Rhonda? You just never know. You never know anything. You never know. I could go upstairs one day and the show and never come back down, God forbid.
I know. We have to keep going, and
you just keep going. And it's my duty. I can't speak for anybody else.
Right.
But for me, I'm so fortunate that I don't have to press the snooze alarm in the mornings. I can't wait to get up and go to work. I love what I do. I had nobody that was in the business in my family. I mean, nobody. So I was I'm still trying to figure it out.
But that's why yours, it's still new and fresh. And that's why everybody loves you. And that's why everybody loves your character, because it's a sense of wonderment, which, by the way, I still have that too. I do, Kate. Like, even in my business, and I mean, which is a completely different business, but I still have my toe in show business, just a toe.
I know you do.
But it's a sense of wonderment. Like, I love like what I'm doing. I love talking to you. I love meeting people and seeing fans as they write. So we've never gotten jaded. And I feel like, you know, it's who we are and how we were brought up and the people that have been around us. So we've never, and you just continue just to be so giving and loving. And that's why everybody loves Esther Valentine. We just want you to get into some hot love.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah, but probably through COVID, they're not going to give you that yet.
No, I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon.
Unless you're dating online in the show. That would be interesting if you
Well, yeah, Esther had that. She was, in fact, that's how, you know, see, every time she's had someone on the show, she screws it up. And like one of her husbands, like, killed the star of the show, Rex. She you know, and then, yeah, and then she answered an ad in a singles magazine.
That's so funny.
And then she had to talk them into becoming the maid and the butler, Mrs. Chancellor, and then I got to wear her clothes. I mean, that was a great storyline, you know.
Great storyline.
Yeah, I've had that. You and I, well, we're a lot alike. In fact, it's almost your birthday, and it's almost my. So
that's true. And also
yeah.
our dear friend Carol Connors,
who's
on the show. So happy birthday, Scorpio. We're in our season.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I asked Van tonight, my husband, I said, what are we doing for your birthday? He goes, well, I don't know what we can really do. Maybe we'll barbecue a steak in the backyard, but it's okay. You know what? I don't mind being home. I've really been, you know, I've loved it actually. I mean, I haven't been bored. We've been doing a lot around the house. We Skype into HSN like I'm on air all day long.
Yeah, I know.
So I've been very busy, and I don't know. We're starting some new things. Knock on wood, our business has been very good. New people have found our line because of being, I guess, locked in more. So I feel grateful, you know, just staying safe and getting through this, which we all will. But you know what's very needed is like your show right now, because people need entertainment. They so desperately need live entertainment and comedy and just, you know, the fact that now you have what happened during the shutdown? Did they do reruns? What happened during those months from March?
Yeah, it was actually really neat. They showed classic old shows. I saw shows from when I was on in the 80s. Because I've been on almost 39 years. So I'm like thinking, oh my God. And to see those shows again was fabulous. And then one thing that I really like, that now that we're back in production, they started from where we left off. So the storyline just picked up, which I'm really glad about that. Because I don't think we need to be seeing COVID and all that. Because who needs it? We're living it, you know, reality.
I'm with you. I agree. I noticed that.
I hope they don't go there. I mean, they haven't, so I don't think they will now. I think if they were going to, they would have. But I'm really good because, like you said, people need an escape.
We need so desperately. Like, I think a lot of the negative stuff that's going on in this country right now, other than politics, is because there's no escape. They didn't have sports for a while. There's no music. So I think people are looking for streaming services and they're looking for something different. And now your show has new episodes. So that's exciting. And it's scripted. And I love scripted. I love scripted acting. I'm a little over the reality stuff. And some of the show, you know, the games, like I don't love them. I love scripted. I love good acting. When I see you, when I get the chill, like that's what I like to watch. I like sitcoms, you know, but
I like
none of it should talk about what's going on. I think we all need a break from that. You know, we can talk about it like when we're doing like real live stuff, but other than that, no. So that's why we do what we call the Rhonda Shear Social Hour. And usually we have, and my fans probably know, usually I have a drink of something other than, this is water. I'm drinking sparkling water.
I know, I have my like.
Oh, you're being good. Well, normally on Saturday night, you know, people are drinking more than that. So You have to come back on a Saturday night when your schedule allows.
I would love that.
And we say hair. It all started because, you know, it was all hard for us to get our hair dyed or cut.
know, my hair. Yeah.
Your hair looks great.
Oh,
See, right
God.
now would be drinking normally. I even have music that goes along with it's a drinking game. Whenever anybody says hair, we drink. So
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
hair,
so
hair.
we'll have
Oh, that sounds like fun. I like that.
yeah, you have to come back on the Saturday Night Show. We've been just having, you know, just some great fun guests. And I know people that you know as well, and some comics. So just so that we can get a little relief from this. So you'll have to come back and do reports. Let us know what Esther's and Kate's up to.
I would love that. I'm actually when this all shut down, I was in the middle of doing a film. So hopefully
No.
that's going to
So
come
what
back.
happened to that? Well,
And another film that's coming out soon called Echo Boomers with Patrick
you were
Schwarzenegger.
really funny. And what was it? Was it Mother? I mean, excuse
Oh,
me.
Miss Meadows.
Yes. And you know what? Like I was surprised. I didn't know you were in it. And all of a sudden I went, Kate, that's so awesome. I was like, so that's great to be getting, you know, wonderful roles. And you have the time to be able, you know, when all this is over to go back and do that. Like, I think this is like a great time for you. First of all, you're timeless. You stay the same. You don't change, and you're fabulous.
Well, look who's talking.
Well,
Either
I refuse to change. I'm just highly immature, Kate. That's all. So Van and myself will be married 20 years, as I said, in January.
And I was there. I was there. Yep.
You were there with the past. You were there with the boyfriend. I still stay in touch with him. So we have made it through, and I'm excited. I'm excited that it's 20 years, and you know,
Good for you.
yeah.
You know,
I thank you for being there and coming to New Orleans. That was great. And then, so we're gonna do one day. We will renew our wedding vows when we get past all this craziness, and you have to come because you've been at every other wedding.
I know. I have to because I've been to every single one. I have to.
We are a good luck charm. We really are. So
Yeah.
a couple just to wrap it up and just a copy. So do you get to see friends? I mean, do you social distance and get out at all? Like, are you?
No, I haven't seen anybody.
Well, I mean, I guess you really have to stay super safe because of the, you know, being on the set too.
Yeah, I mean, I see my mom. In the beginning, I wasn't even seeing her,
Wow.
but then she fell, and so I had, you know, so I've been going. She's okay, but been going back and forth, you know, there. But I really don't.
We
So
don't,
I just
and it's okay.
go to work every.
Did you do what I did?
Yeah.
When we first had the shutdown, I cleaned out my house like I was going through drawers and throwing stuff away. And so, hey, Kate, I'm opening a consignment store. You're going to have to like give something and we sell something with us. And, you know, I decided that I'm going to ask my celebrity friends like you, like to donate something from their, you know, wardrobe. And then we would give like, you know, whatever, like half of it to your favorite charity.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I never have like
Great idea.
a celebrity corner, and you know we're selling furniture, high end. We haven't opened the store yet. We are brick and mortar, but the store will probably open in early December or late November. But it's called Retreat St. Pete, and it's, you know, we're St. Petersburg, so it's retreatstpete.com. You can go, and so it's really cool. We have Hermes bags and Louis Vuitton. I'm very, very proud of our site, and it's a very nice consignment store. But we're going to do this celebrity corner, and I think that people from all over the country will love that. And then, you know, we'll give that piece back to charity, and I think that'll be really cool, kind of unique.
Oh, that is brilliant. See,
Yeah.
you are brilliant. That's what I mean. I have to keep up with you, and you're wonderful, Rhonda. You're so
Aw,
sweet.
Kate,
You're
I
so
love you.
giving, and you know, and then I saw that you donated to teamkatelinder.org. I was
Yes.
absolutely, I'm honored, and thank you so much.
All right, and I'm telling everybody, we've got the slide up. Everybody, please go give whatever you can. They've got
Yeah,
different.
I mean, whatever it is, anything's going to help because the charities are in big trouble now.
Oh, big trouble. I know that. Believe me, we're trying to be innovative with American Heart Association. Even on
Yeah.
my site, we're trying to do things because I was supposed to chair one of their big events and it didn't happen this year. I was supposed to chair
Right.
2 events this year that didn't happen. So we're pushing it back. And but last year I did a huge SPCA event, which was so successful, and that did my heart because I've got 5. I don't. Do you have the dog? Do you have the puppy camera to show Kate?
Oh, let me see.
Do I have any puppies on the ground? There's only one right now.
Oh,
There's two. Okay, I know they're all those little fluffy things. That's. I have 5 of them. They're all scattered around, but they're usually all by my feet.
aw.
They're in their little houses. So I love animals. We all love animals around here. So so I did that. So but I'm like you. I like to give to. I like to see where it's going, and ALS is also a big deal to me too. So very proud that you're doing that. Let's put that slide up one more time from Miss Kate.
Yeah. And if you go to teamkatelinder.org. It's not on there, I don't think, but it is. It's right in front of my face. Teamkatelinder.org, and it takes you right there. And that's,
Yes, and we want to be on Kate's team because it's the best team, and we have to win over all the other teams because that's how Kate and I are. We're competitive. Kate's team has to win. So, just any little bit will help, and it'll help stamp out this horrible disease that we want to completely go away. And it does attack a lot of our sports people. So, but Kate, I love you. Will you please come back on a Saturday night and drink with me? It doesn't have to be alcohol, and we'll play with our hair, and you can tell us more gossipy stories.
Yeah, I would love it. I would.
Maybe I'll have Carol on, and we can do a 3.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. She's going to sing to us, but that's okay.
Yeah. Well, hey, she did Rocky, right? She's like amazing. So,
when she comes out and she scares us in a good way. So we'll have her on. We'll get the team back together. But in the meantime, it's Team Kate Linder, right? .org.
TeamKatelinder.org.
All right.
I thank you. I thank you all for putting this together. It's not easy for anybody, and you guys are great. So and
this is going to live. This will keep living, and you can keep giving even after November 1st. You don't have to, just even if it's the November 1st, you don't have, this is forever. So whenever you go, this is going to live on our RhondaShearSocialHour.com, on my YouTube, on Twitter, one more, Facebook. So everybody will continue to see this, and then we'll also give you another plug on Saturday night.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, have a happy Halloween.
And happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
We will celebrate our Scorpio birthdays again.
Okay, someday we need to be together.
I love you. Thank you, Kate. Big heart. Thank you so much for Kate Linder and Esther Valentine. We love her. She's a star. I mean, imagine having that star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. That is for all eternity and forevermore. I want to thank all of you all for joining in. And don't forget, at rhondashear.com right now, you can get your Christmas gifts for yourself or a loved one, because if you buy 2 bras, you get 2 free. rhondashear.com. 2 bras, you get 2 free, and you can pick up my mask there. And you can, see other goodies if you're shopping for Christmas. We have great sales. And in the meantime, we will be back this Saturday night with our Halloween spooktacular. I mean, I have to tell you, it's an hour and a half of so much fun, of sketches that we've done in the past, but lots of surprises. I will be answering live all of your comments because it's a tape show, but I will be sitting here watching it with you. So please, talk to me. Let's chat. Let's do hair together. And we will look for you at 9 p.m. midnight. Lucy's with us. Oh my gosh, we've got lots of stars. Professor Cocktail will be back. You just have to watch. You're going to be scared. There's a lot of zombies. So if you're not going out on Halloween, you can dress up as a zombie and watch right here, the Rhonda Shear Social Hour at 9 p.m. Eastern. Come back and join us. And we want to thank gorgeous Kate Linder, also known as Esther Valentine on The Young and the Restless. Watch her on the show and go to teamkatelinder.org for ALS. Love you guys. I'll see you Saturday night as Ronvira. Happy Halloween. See you then.
You make me wicked. You make me bad. You give me feelings I never had. Your eyes make my blood stuck at home and you don't know what to do. Hold on, baby, Rhonda Shear's got you. Grab your computer,